Hello and welcome everyone to our channel Basic ICT PNG. This is the first of a series of videos that will be based on the topic basic hardware of a computer system, which falls under Introduction to Computer Systems. Here we start with the four main hardware units of a computer system. But before we proceed on, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Alright, in this video we'll first define what is computer hardware, and then we go on to looking at the four main hardware units of a computer system. So what is computer hardware? Well, computer hardware is simply the physical components of a computer system, and all hardware can be categorized as either internal hardware or external hardware. This hardware can also be further categorized into units according to the functions they carry out. There are four main hardware units because there are four main functions. If you do not know the functions of a computer system, there's an earlier video that we made on the functions of a computer system. Go to our channel and find it there. Now these four main units are input unit, system unit, output unit, and secondary memory unit. These four hardware units are integrated to form a computer system. Input unit. The input unit is where data are entered into the computer system. It consists of an interface and a group of devices that are utilized by the users to instruct the computer what to do. Examples of some input devices are keyboard, mouse, microphone, scanner, webcam, and many more. Now, next, let's look at system unit. The system unit contains the important components of the computer. These components include the microprocessor or the CPU, the main memory, external memory devices such as the hard drive, and the power supply, and others. Here are some examples of the system unit components. We have RAM, which stands for random access memory. We have the CPU. We have the CPU fan. The CPU fan goes on top of the CPU. And we have the motherboard. The CPU goes on the motherboard. The RAM falls in the slots on the motherboard. Take note that the system unit is not the same as CPU. All of these components make up the system unit. The CPU is on the motherboard. Next, let's look at the output unit. The output unit contains devices that are responsible for giving out information coming from the computer, mainly from the CPU, meaning the computer generated information are shown or head on these devices. So after processing, they have to be displayed or head, and that is made possible by the output. Here we have some pictures of the output devices and that part of the computer system. We have a monitor, which is often called a screen. We have headphones, speakers, printers, projectors, and there are many more output devices. Next, let's look at secondary memory unit. These are usually storage media that store information on magnetic or optical disk and can also be used as input or output devices. These media are non-volatile, which means they do not lose data when the computer system is turned off. Here are some pictures of devices in the secondary memory unit. We have hard disk, USB hard disk, or we should say external drive. We have the CD-ROM, right? And then we have the USB DVD-ROM. You have a USB drive here, and there are many more, but this is just a few devices from the secondary memory unit. Now let's sum the four basic hardware units of a computer system by this diagram here. And you see that a PC or personal computer is made up of hardware. Okay, hardware. Hardware can be internal or external. Categorized as internal and external. Here in this video, we're concentrating on hardware units. So they can also be categorized as hardware units, and they can be categorized according to their functions they carry out. So the input unit consists of input devices, while the system unit consists of processing devices. Secondary memory unit consists of storage devices. Therefore, secondary memory unit is sometimes referred to as the storage unit. Then we have the output unit that displays or produces output that you can hear. All right. So these are the four main units. These are some of the examples of devices under each of these four units. We've come to the end of our presentation. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and see you in the next video on how data flows in a computer system.